and welcome to State of Business. You're with me, Madhusha Thavapalakumar. Let's take a look at tonight's headlines first. Minister Mahinda Samarsinghe reiterates foreign judges will not be invited to probe alleged war crimes. And government proposes Public Enterprise Board to manage state-owned entities. And now the stories in detail. Minister Mahinda Samarsinghe says they will not allow appointment of foreign judges to investigate allegations of war crimes in Sri Lanka. He noted that both the President and Prime Minister have clearly mentioned the government's stance on this issue.
ජාත්‍යන්තර විනිසුරුවරු ගෙනාවේ අත්ත වශයෙන්ම මේ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිතුමායි කාලේ. මේ යෝජනා සම්මත වුණාට ඒකට ඉඩකඩ දෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා අතිගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමා තමයි කිව්වේ. ඒකට කිසිසේත්ම ඉඩකඩ දෙන්න බෑ කියලා. ඉඩකඩ දෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. මගේම අගමැතිතුමත් ඒ හා සමාන ප්‍රකාශයක් මෑතකදී කරා. ඉතින් මේ රටේ නායකයයි ප්‍රධාන නායකයයි රටේ අගමැතිවරයයි දේශපාලන පක්ෂ දෙකේ සම්මුතිවාදී රාජ්‍යයේ දේශපාලන පක්ෂ දෙකේ නායකයෝ දෙන්න එහෙම පැහැදිලි ප්‍රකාශයක් කරාට පස්සේ එවැනි දෙයක් ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකම පැහැදිලිව තමුන්නාසට කියන්න ඕනේ. කොහෙද ඉඩකඩ තියෙන්නේ? ව්‍යවස්ථාවේ ඉඩකඩ නැහැ එහෙම කරන්න. අපේ රටේ නීති වල ඉඩකඩ නැහැ. ඒවා කරන්න. අලුත් ව්‍යවස්ථාවක් ගෙනාවත් ඒකට ඉඩකඩ දෙන්නේ අපි අත උස්සන්නේ නැහැ.
Health Ministry urges public not to be panicked despite the spread of a fever which has similar symptoms to influenza A H1N1. The Director General of Public Health Services, Dr. Jasundara Bandara, said people with cold, cough and fever should seek medical advice. It was also disclosed that Medical Research Institute has confirmed over 600 influenza cases in March and they have received over 1,500 samples to test for influenza.
පසුගිය කාලය තුල අවුරුද්ද හෝ ඒ අවුරුදු දෙක තුන ගත්තොත් ලංකාවේ H1N1 වෛරසය කියන එක ලංකාවේ තිබුණා. තවමත් තිබෙනවා. හැම ප්‍රදේශයකම මේක තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි අපි H1N1 ගැන පමණක් කතා කළාට මේ දිනවල හුඟා වෛරස අපි දන්නා හෝ නොදන්නා වෛරස අපි ළඟ තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් මා නම් විශ්වාස කරන්නේ මේ පිළිබඳව අමුතු බීතිකාවක් හරි අමුතු තිගස්මක් හරි ඇති කරගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මේවා සාමාන්‍ය තත්ත්වයන්. ඉන්ෆ්ලුවෙන්සාව ගත්තොත් එහෙම අතිවිශේෂ තත්ත්වයක් අපිට පේන්නේ නැහැ.
Minister of Public Enterprise Development Kabir Hashim says most of the state-owned enterprises should be restructured to ease the burden on the state treasury. Addressing a forum organized by the Sri Lanka Malaysia Business Forum in Colombo recently, the minister disclosed that a public enterprise board will be established to manage the SOEs. The minister said through that professionals will be appointed to manage the entities.
We've thought that in that context, the Prime Minister has proposed a public enterprise board, and a bill is being right now made ready. It's with the legal draftsman's department. The public enterprise board will be virtually the start of something like a holding company of all state-owned enterprises. The ministry will only play a regulatory role. The ministry won't be involved, so we will depoliticize the whole system. The minister will only be there to make policy. He won't get involved in the day-to-day running or activities of the state-owned enterprises. So we are taking that decision too. And we've appointed a separate ministry, my ministry, for that purpose, to move into these areas of deregulating and finding ways of doing this. The next step we're looking at as way forward is, along with that, a tough decision, but we have to do it, is to appoint professionals to the boards. Because again, as I said, right now, we haven't been able to make 100% change.
The minister emphasized that the government's intention is to reduce the burden created by the state-owned entities on the country's economy. He disclosed that for 3 years, 2012, 2013 and 2014, the Treasury had pumped in 250 billion rupees for 42 SOEs, and in 2014 alone, the contribution was 120 billion rupees.
In Sri Lanka, there's 5.1 million households altogether. Each household would have contributed 24,000 rupees to the losses the state-owned enterprises made in 2014. In 2014, if you take 10 of the top SOEs, they lost something like 60 billion rupees. If you compare it, if you put it another way, that 60 billion rupees could have been translated into giving 100 schools to poor rural folk, or building 60 hospitals, 300-bed hospitals in the rural areas and supporting our people. That's what we lost because it was mismanaged, because some chairmen didn't care, because there was a board that didn't care, because it was politicized, because it was many reasons, because there was corruption. You can name it, everything happened. So this change is not going to be easy. I'm not saying I have changed anything. I'm trying to change it. It's taking time, it's hard, but we are committed, we are working towards it.
The minister further said the government is looking at public-private partnership model to restructure the loss-making SOEs. Hashim noted that although there are 245 SOEs on record, that the actual figure could be more than that.
It's not been easy, 1.5 years. And I'd like to tell you how we've looked at this and with the limited kind of powers that we hold in the ministry, because it's the public-private enterprises are huge. There's over 245 public enterprises in the country recorded. I believe there's more, and some of them are not even recorded. Some the government doesn't know that it owns, but some of them are registered with the finance ministry, some of them are registered in my ministry, some of them are registered in other ministries. It's all over the place. But out of these 245 odd public enterprises, I have something like about 70 enterprises which comes under my purview, some of them huge, some of them small, some of them just limited to a name board but nothing else, you know. They're bankrupt long years ago, but it's still under my purview. So this is where it stands.
See you after this break. Welcome back. A consumer rights activist charges that National Water Supply and Drainage Board has failed to serve its customers properly. Ranjit Vitana highlighted massive waste taking place within the water delivery mechanism due to negligence. He said this addressing a workshop organized by the Public Utilities Commission to discuss consumer rights.
ජල සම්පාදන යෝජනා ක්‍රම 337ක් කරහා ලංකාවේ ජනතාවගෙන් දල වශයෙන් 136කට පමණ ජල නල සම්බන්ධන දල වශයෙන් ලක්ෂ 21ක් කරහා පානීය ජල පහසුකම් සපයා දෙනවා. ලංකාවේ ජනතාවගෙන් 147කට පමණ මේ වෙනකොට පානීය නල ජල පහසුකම් ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා 2020 පමණ වන විට සමස්ත ජනගහනයෙන් 160කට පමණ පානීය ජල පහසුකම් ලබා දෙන්නට.
තවත් නියාමන ආයතන බිහි වෙන්න ඕන ලංකාවේ නියාමන ආයතන තිබුණා සමහර නියාමන ආයතන ක්‍රියාත්මක නැහැ. ඒක ඉතාමත්ම කනගාටුදායක තත්ත්වයක්. අද වෙනකොට ජල පාරිභෝගික විශාල ගැටලු සාහසිකට මුහුණ දෙනවා. අපි කතා කරන තරම් සුන්දර නැහැ. මොකද ජලය පණමින් සුරකින්න කියලා දැන්වීම බෙදුවට ජල සම්පාදන මණ්ඩලය අද අපේ ටැප් එකක් කැඩුනොත් පාර දිනකට අපි පැමිණිලි කරොත් පාරිභෝගිකයන්ට අරම උපදෙස් දෙන මේ ආයතන වලාද වරත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ පැය ගාණක් යනකම්. ඉතින් ඒක ඉතාමත්ම ලොකු අපරාධයක්.
Let's take a look at the stocks after this break. Welcome back. The trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended in a positive note today. The all-share price index gained 21.76 points to close at 6,061.94, and S&P SL 20 index gained 15.16 points to close the session at 3,438.88. The turnover was 1.7 billion and 54.8 million shares were traded. Next is Forex rates. Now we have dealing room update for the week.
The Sri Lankan rupee ended steady on Thursday as imported dollar demand in late trading offset inward remittances and selling of the greenback. Rupee forwards were active with 2-week forwards closing at 152.55 to 152.65. This week, the 3 months premium trading around 330 to 360 cents, while the 1-year premium edged up to 1,180 to 1,220 levels. Today, overnight call money rates traded at 8.70% to 8.75% levels, and overnight repo rates traded at 8.72% to 8.74% levels. The Treasury bond yields of all three tenors increased in the auction held on the 29th March 2017. Treasury bond rates in the secondary market decreased slightly. The 6-year maturity on the 1st of March 2021 closing around 12.35 to 12.45 levels, while on the 1st of August 2024 maturity 7-year bond ended at 12.80 to 12.90 levels.
With that, we wrap up State of Business for the week. Join us tomorrow with the Best Roundup at 7 p.m. Until then, take care. Good night.